Ed must be loving this. He's so beaming with pride. Like, I wrote that song. What's up, y'all? Show Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, we got to check out a couple of these other contestants on American Idol because one of our top favorites, Tyson, was voted off last week. So it got me curious. Like, all right, who are these other contenders
Right,
here?
especially that we are now on top 8. We're getting closer.
Exactly. We're getting closer and closer. Like, who are the top 3? Who are the real contenders here? I mean, we all know we love Ian.
Yes.
And he's by far our front runner. But I've been hearing some of these other singers, and I'm like, some of these are pretty good. And I figured, let's listen to this duet from Way and Warren here, because it'll give us a chance to kind of knock out 2 with 1 stone. Totally different, too. Like, you know how, like, Ian and Oliver have a very similar type of style, so when they sing together, it just works. It harmonizes so well. These two, so opposite ends.
Really?
Yeah. So this will be real interesting to see the contrast between the two and how they pull it off together here. I'd say Way is actually one of my other favorites. She's just really like a big voice.
Powerful voice.
Powerful voice. Maybe we have to go back and watch her audition because I don't think you saw it. When she speaks, the complete opposite. Like the meekest of persons. And her voice is, when she's like,
she sings.
But when she speaks, like, hello. Like a Minnie Mouse type of thing. Yeah, it's like, is that her normal voice? Or is she just kind of playing to it? No, that's just the way she is. So it just
It's really like a total different person once
totally different person.
Starts singing, huh?
Yeah. I love that about artists where they're like so different like that.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
All right, let's check this out, y'all. By the way, if you want to hear some wicked wild stories, you got to check out my channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show.
Might make your day perfect. No way, we go. Ooh, such control.
Darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. And you said you looked a mess. I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. You look perfect tonight. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I
God, his voice is amazing.
your eyes, you're holding mine. Dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I am an angel in Christ. Yes, you look perfect. Don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
Ed must be loving this. He's so beaming with pride. Like, I wrote that song.
That song can be so emotional no matter how many times you hear it. Ed, what was going through your mind watching it?
I'm just loving these renditions. It's great. It's great. No, really, really, really cool. I love both of your voices, and I'm just really happy to be here. Thank you so much for doing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alanis.
I heard your voice.
Beautiful. Having worked with both of you, that one of the invitations was to go from small to intimate, that terrifying intimate, and then build. And you both did that so beautifully. You just really indicated your massive range and emotionally too. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Luke.
I mean, I just keep thinking about this. I mean, I'm thinking about you guys, y'all's original audition day.
Individually.
Individually.
Yeah.
And you look to this point to where you guys just walked out here in front of Ed and did that and created that moment. And it's just so fun watching you both blossom individually and then come together and really do something pretty special. That was great, guys. Good job.
Give it up for Wayani and Warren Peay, everybody. We'll see you later.
You can tell they really haven't worked together that much. Like, there's a definitely distinct contrast between them and Ian and Oliver.
They still need to work on their
they're
spark.
still working on their spots and, how they time everything. I have to say this, right? They both have amazing voices. And when they're singing solo, oh my goodness, his voice.
Warren's voice is really good.
Holy moly, very distinct. Her clarity when she hits the big notes, unbelievable. Mm-hmm. But it's really hard to harmonize those two sounds. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe, when they were trying to harmonize, I actually thought it would have been worked better if they just sang the whole thing separate throughout. And if one person was going to sing main, the other one should just kind of sing backup rather than do it together. That was my thought, like when they were going at it. And I'm like, sometimes,
how do you sing backup when you
like in a cappella, there's always a dominant voice and the one that's kind of like a harmonizing voice.
Yeah, that's what you both have to harmonize.
Okay, so I know nothing about music, so sometimes I talk out of my ass. But I always thought sometimes when you harmonize, you have two people. Like, for instance, Simon and Garfunkel, when they harmonize, they sing it equally. And they're singing it in a way that just like, oh my God, the two sounds together make it sound like one.
Yeah.
But there's other ones where there's a dominant voice and then there's other voice that kind of supports it. It's almost like a backup singer. That's, I guess, what I mean. Is that the same thing or is that different? You're the pro here, Lou Dead.
You still have to harmonize. You can't just be on the same.
Okay, you still gotta harmonize.
Even though you're
dominant versus it's sort of like in bedroom play. Too. There's always a dominant person and the person who's submissive. I'm just saying one person.
I know,
needs
but
to
I
be
do
dominant.
get what you're trying to say, though. I do get what you're trying to say, right?
Okay, so another example, right? I see this on The Voice because we watch that sometimes. You know how they had the battle round? Mm-hmm. Sometimes two big singers feel like they had to battle each other, and it gets louder and louder and more extravagant. That's not
harmonizing.
Well, I guess your point is it is harmonizing.
Oh, okay.
But there is a dominant singer, and one has to be willing to kind of take back seat to support the other person's voice. That's
we're both not professional, by the way. So.
We're just reactors, man. Sometimes we like to act like we're professionals. Babe, no, you are professional, all right? What are you talking about? You used to tour around your country performing, sing in a band. What? All I do is made effing video games, and I'm the one trying to explain this to you? Now I'm really embarrassed.
Okay. Oh, but they both have a really powerful voice, though. And then, Liani was like, I heard her tiny voice.
That's what I told you. Her speaking voice is like Minnie Mouse. All right. Well, if you guys are a Liani fan, want us to react to some of her past stuff, I've seen some of them. I've seen the audition. But I don't think you had because we kind of jumped on late there. Mm-hmm. It's worthwhile. And her story, too, is actually really moving, too. She's just honestly a really good soul. So, yeah.